It started with a single photograph, one that no one was supposed to see. At first, it appeared harmless. Sam Heughan walking through the streets of London late at night, smiling, relaxed, unaware of the camera following him. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't Sam himself, it was the woman beside him. The photo surfaced online just hours later, and by morning, the internet was in flames. Who is she? Is Sam in a secret relationship? Why hasn't anyone known about this before? Within minutes, hashtags like #Sam Heughan's secret and #Outlander shock were trending worldwide. For a man known for keeping his private life fiercely protected, this was unexpected, and for fans, unthinkable. Sam Heughan, the actor who built his image on authenticity, discipline, and quiet strength, was suddenly at the center of a scandal that no one saw coming. The story spread fast. Gossip outlets began publishing headlines with words like hidden affair, mystery woman, and secret romance. Some claimed she was an industry insider. Others swore she was someone from Sam's past. No one could confirm anything, but that didn't stop the frenzy. Every detail was magnified. The way they walked close together, the smile they shared, the soft touch on his arm. To fans, it was proof of something deeper. To tabloids, it was gold. The reactions were explosive. Some fans defended him instantly. He deserves love like anyone else. Others felt betrayed. Why hide it? Why deceive us? The Outlander fandom, usually united in admiration for Sam, suddenly found itself divided. But what made the moment even more shocking was Sam's silence. For days, he said nothing. No statement, no denial, no clarification. Just quiet, and that silence spoke louder than any words could. Because Sam Heughan has always been careful, not cold, not distant, just guarded. He once said in an interview, "Privacy isn't about hiding something, it's about keeping what's sacred." But in a world that thrives on exposure, silence becomes suspicion. As fans tried to piece the story together, theories began to spin out of control. Some insisted it was a publicity stunt. Others thought it was a forbidden love story, something real but impossible. The more people speculated, the blurrier the truth became. And then came the second blow. A video surfaced, grainy but powerful, showing Sam and the same woman at what looked like a quiet dinner. The two were laughing softly, leaning in close, unaware of the camera recording them from afar. There was nothing scandalous about it, no drama, no secrecy, just warmth. But the way he looked at her, gentle, genuine, was enough to send fans spiraling. That look wasn't Jamie Fraser. It wasn't the actor in front of a camera. It was Sam, unguarded, real, human. Within hours, entertainment sites published the clip with headlines like, "Sam Heughan's hidden romance caught on camera," and "Outlander star's private life exposed." For Sam, who has spent years drawing a firm line between his work and his personal world, this was more than an invasion. It was a breaking point. Friends close to him hinted that he felt deeply hurt by how quickly the story spread. "He's not angry," one insider said, "he's disappointed. He's always been open about wanting to protect the people he cares about. And now, that's been taken from him." That comment only added more fuel to the fire. Who was he protecting? Was this woman someone important from his past, or someone new he wanted to shield from fame's spotlight? For fans, the mystery only deepened. Some began combing through his social media for clues, old photos, hidden messages, subtle references. A few even pointed to his past interviews, suggesting that Sam had once hinted at this hidden love, without anyone realizing it. The internet became a maze of theories and speculation. Every smile, every glance, every cryptic caption was suddenly evidence. And through it all, Sam stayed silent. But maybe, just maybe, that silence was its own kind of truth. Because sometimes, what people call a secret affair isn't about deception at all. Sometimes, it's about protection, of a person, of peace, of something too fragile to survive under the spotlight. As fans argued and tabloids screamed for answers, one question lingered quietly in the air. Was this really a scandal, or just a love story the world wasn't meant to see yet? And if it was real, if this hidden romance had been quietly unfolding behind the cameras all along, what would that mean for the man we thought we knew so well? Whatever the truth is, it's clear that this time, the storm around Sam Heughan isn't about a role, a performance, or a script. It's personal. And the world is watching. When the noise finally began to fade, what remained wasn't outrage, it was confusion. Fans who had spent days dissecting every photograph and every rumor were starting to ask a different question. What if the story wasn't what it seemed? Because when it came to Sam Heughan, nothing ever really fit the tabloid mold. He was too disciplined, too private, too deliberate with his life to suddenly lose control of it. And that's when the real story began to surface, quietly, through the voices of people who actually knew him. According to those close to Sam, the mysterious woman in the photos wasn't a stranger. She wasn't a hidden lover or a secret flame. She was someone who had been in his orbit for years, a friend, a confidant, someone who had supported him long before Outlander made him a household name. She's been part of his circle since before the fame, one source explained. They've always had a deep friendship, and he's always been fiercely protective of her. There's history there, not the kind tabloids can sell, but the kind that means something. That was the missing piece. What the world saw as secrecy was really protection. Sam's instinct to shield the people he cared about wasn't new. It had been a constant theme throughout his career. He'd spoken before about how fame can distort reality, how even a simple dinner can be turned into scandal. And that's exactly what happened. But while the truth was simple, the emotions were not. Because even when fans realized the story wasn't a betrayal, the conversation had already shifted. People began to see Sam differently, not just as the stoic, heroic figure they adored on screen, but as a man who quietly carried the burden of being misunderstood. And perhaps that's what hurt him most. For years, Sam Heughan has been the embodiment of loyalty, to his work, to his co-stars, to his fans. But loyalty comes with a price. Living under constant scrutiny means never being allowed a private moment without it being questioned. Every smile becomes a clue, every silence a mystery, every friendship a headline. That's why, when this secret affair rumor broke, Sam didn't fight it. He didn't release a statement or demand corrections. He simply waited, trusting that, in time, people would remember who he really is. In one of his rare social media posts after the frenzy, he wrote a short, cryptic message. Not everything that's whispered deserves an answer. It was calm, dignified, and unmistakably Sam. His fans rallied behind him instantly. "We believe you," one wrote. "You don't owe anyone your private life." Another commented, "If love exists in his life, he deserves to protect it." The fandom that had once been divided was united again, not in scandal, but in empathy. As the days passed, journalists began to quietly retract their most sensational claims. The mystery woman remained anonymous, and Sam returned to work, focused and composed as always. But something had changed. The public now saw the toll that fame could take, and how even someone as grounded as Sam could be vulnerable to its weight. The truth behind the rumors wasn't explosive, it was human. A man, exhausted by years of public scrutiny, simply wanted to keep one part of his world untouched. And maybe that's the hidden romance after all. Not a forbidden affair, but a deep, enduring love, for peace, for privacy, for the quiet moments that fame can never touch. In the end, what made the story powerful wasn't the exposure. It was the realization that even heroes crave normalcy. That behind the strength and charm, Sam Heughan is still just a man who wants to live, love, and breathe without a headline waiting at his door. There's a photograph, one of the same series that started the chaos, where Sam isn't looking at the camera. He's looking down, smiling faintly, completely unaware that the moment is being captured. It's simple, almost ordinary. But in that still image lies everything his fans have always loved about him: sincerity, warmth, and the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly who he is. The tabloids called it a scandal. But to those who really understand him, it was something else entirely. A reminder that the real Sam Heughan doesn't live in gossip columns or speculation. He lives in the spaces between, in loyalty, kindness, and the kind of integrity that no rumor can destroy. So maybe the secret affair wasn't about romance at all. Maybe the truth was always simpler, softer, and far more beautiful. Because sometimes, the most powerful love stories are the ones the world will never see.